Finally, Bernie, I'll take your paycheck and give it to somebody else Sanders has come out and said exactly what he wants for the future of America. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how close we actually are to a full-fledged socialist government here in the United States. And as we go through, I want you to sit back and compare how much America is already like one of Bernie's mentioned states. And I'm talking specifically about Sweden.
Because first we're going to explain what democratic socialism is. And what democratic socialism is about is saying that it is immoral and wrong that the top 1/10 of 1% in this country own almost 90%, own almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%. That it is wrong today in a rigged economy that 57% of all new income is going to the top 1%. That when you look around the world, you see every other major country providing health care to all people as a right, except the United States. You see every other major country saying to moms that when you have a baby, we're not going to separate you from your newborn baby because we are going to have medical and family paid leave like every other country on earth. Those are some of the principles that I believe in, and I think we should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden, and Norway, and learn from what they have accomplished for their. Those are some of the principles that I believe in, and I think we should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden, and Norway.
We should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden.
We should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden.
Alright guys, before I go any further, I want to stop and give credit where credit is due. The content I'm about to play comes from a YouTube channel called Jelly Bean Jen. She's hard-hitting, in your face, her information is full of facts, and she even says herself that she will not be silenced by big tech companies or mainstream media. If you decide to go over and visit Jelly Bean Jen, let her know that you've seen her content on Talks with Ryan, and leave her a comment and tell her how much that you appreciate all of her hard work. And you know what? While you're over there, go ahead and subscribe to her channel. She's really got a good channel.
Sweden has a very generous welfare system. The thing is that the welfare system is bleeding. The taxpayers can't pay for people who don't give back. Sweden wants you to talk about climate change. It's an interesting dichotomy here in Sweden, where we are extreme in the social justice department with the feminist government, politically correct language, and things like gender neutral daycare. But then we have a rise in sexual harassment and rapes and gang rapes on the other hand. Some cultures we are bringing here have no respect for Sweden, and some have no respect for women. This is the hard truth. The migrant crisis, as it was called, came in the year 2015. Only 1 out of 10 of these migrants had a job within 2 years, according to the most recent statistics. 8 out of the 10 municipalities that took in the most migrants now have higher unemployment rates than the average municipality in Sweden, according to the same study. There just aren't jobs for analphabetic migrants, a person from a qualitative study on one of these cities mostly affected by the crisis, harshly states. Sweden has a very generous welfare system. The thing is that the welfare system is bleeding. The taxpayers can't pay for people who don't give back. The Swedish welfare system is built on taking and giving back. We have high taxes to pay for school, healthcare, elder care, and to be able to help the less fortunate or unemployed to get back on their feet. However, the problem is that many of the people who are coming here are not humble towards the fact that they are getting help from the taxpayers. There are too many people who never get employed. Too many people bring crime, spit in the face of Swedes, and live on the taxpayers' money. Making the leader of your movement a child, so that any criticism of the movement itself can be boiled down to child bullying. And yes, I know, there has been some nasty comments made about her, and I do not condone them. But what person in the political debate has not been made fun of? For years and years, the Swedish media and the establishment has warned us about the rise in racism and white nationalism. For years and years, the Swedish Democrats and their voters have been labeled racists for talking about issues with mass immigration. And now we are here. The issues are severe, and a couple of months ago it peaked when a woman, while carrying her baby, was shot in the head and killed.
Hey, I do not want to live in Rainbow Land, and you can't make me live in Rainbow Land! This is America!
Alright guys, what I was wanting y'all to take from this video is that America is experiencing the same exact things. Guys, it's a global initiative. It's a global push worldwide. The political correctness, transgenderism, welfare, high taxes, which is theft, migrant crisis, overrunning countries to try to crash the economies. They all use children for propaganda. The climate change cults are everywhere. Racism nowadays is becoming so extreme, you know, that we're almost to the point to where she said Sweden was. She stated in the video that the anger and the violence has peaked to the point to where just a couple of weeks ago, prior to her making the video, a lady was pushing her baby down the road in a stroller. And just due to probably, you know, somebody mad over a political aspect or, you know, some type of a gender issue or something, the lady was killed. I mean, that's where we're getting to. Like I said a second ago, it's a global agenda, and it's getting worse and worse every single day. It's a big giant plan to disconnect humanity from itself and leave the masses confused and betrayed. All the while the people don't have time to communicate or even to complain. With the 40 to 80 plus hour work weeks, and the children have been taken out of the homes and put into schools 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, away from the house and away from their family. And like Jen quoted in her video, but only for America, America's welfare is generous, but the social government is bleeding. Guys, if you take anything from this video, remember one thing. No matter how good a politician makes socialism sound, socialism is theft, and theft is wrong. If you guys like my video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, leave me a like, share it on your social medias, and don't forget to go over and subscribe to Jelly Bean Jen. And until then guys, I'll see you all in the next video.